go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning. A little early today. All right. A little early today, guys. Today's early Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. So it is what it is. Wednesday is here. Oh, I don't have my phone. Oh, darn it. This is how I communicate with you guys through my phone. Oh, it's 8:08. I like those numbers. My birthday is 8. It's 8:08, Wednesday, February 8th. What do you think Spirit is trying to tell me, guys? 8:08, February 8th. That's hot. Yeah. That's nice. All right, let me just post this, but I think I'm gonna save it. I think it's such beautiful numbers that I'll save it. Hi, Irie, in good health. No exercise on Wednesdays, Irie, because I got to get up early, anyways. Because this is the early version. Let me just see what's going on social media because I definitely didn't check. Let me see. Hi, Guadalocas. Hi, sweetie. Oh, thank you for joining. Did did anybody watch the State of the Union? I don't have cable anymore. Did anybody watch the State of the Union? Not that you had to. I'm just curious. I didn't even ask my group if they watched it. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, hi, sweetie. Hi, L. Williams. Nope. Guerra Loca says nope. Yeah. Well. Let me see. I didn't open up my messages today. Let me see. Thank you. I'm trying to teach myself of the Orishas now. My family practices, but they refuse to teach me. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we have a class on, I say we, look at me, on February 19th. It will be about OSHUN. OSHUN. Come join us. Join us as my guest. Okay? It's the Yoruba, she will kill me, Yoruba tradition on Orishas. Orishas. DM me for all the info. Aww. It makes me so sad. All right. So let me tell you guys about this. It will be on Zoom from Ori Naturals, naturals.com. All right, I'll send her a DM actually. DM for all the information. It will be on Zoom from orinaturals.com. From Priestess. I do this a lot, guys. Priestess Iyalo to I. Iyalo Ifasheye, there you go, at orinaturals.com. Okay, let me just make sure I spell priestess right. Let me see. Oh no, well, we have a class on February 19th. It will be about OSHUN, comma. Come join us. Come join us as my guest. It's the Yoruba tradition on Orishas. Period. DM me for all the info. It will be on Zoom from Priestess Iyalode Ifasheye at orinaturals.com. There you go. Okay, so I'm noticing that people who are non-Indigenous have loads of information. Loads. I have to give non-Indigenous people a lot of credit. I learned from non-Indigenous people, right? I learned from the clear people, right? And they're very welcoming into the metaphysical world, right? Even though the metaphysical world belongs, a lot of it belongs to Indigenous people, right? But Indigenous people don't always teach it. If you're not brought up in it, they don't always teach it. You have to be of the culture inside, you know what I mean, right? So if you're African, Indigenous, and you're born in Africa, you're going to learn, right? If you're Native American Indian, literally, you're going to learn. If you're Hawaiian or South Pacific or any of those cultures, you're going to learn. But if you come from the outside and say, teach me, everybody shuts down. If you Colombian, Nicaraguan, even if you're Caribbean, you're going to learn if you're Indian. But you got to be born of, right? But some of the culture, right, they made us forget who we are, right? Because the clear people, got scared. Because what do? We pound, we do all stuff like that, right? They don't know what that means. So they said, you're not of God. If you do that, you're not of God. And we'll whip you, we'll chain you, we'll take your children away. And at some point, it became easier to forget, right? Because you want your husband, you want your children, right? And then down the line with some folks, the memory's gone. Now, that's Black folks. Latin folks kind of kept the tradition going by putting their Orisha that they're praying to behind the cross. And they were capable of keeping the tradition a little bit more alive in the Caribbean. But when you go over into New York or something like that and you ask somebody, they'll be like, what are you talking about? And you're like, ma'am, I see your altar. There's an altar right there. No, what you see is God. What you see is cross. Like they lie to you and you're like looking at something out of the ordinary, right? So I'm noticing with the clear people that they will have things like these are IG channels. They will have things like Moon in Aries is the goddess Demeter. Moon in Taurus is the goddess Gaia. Moon in Gemini is the goddess Iris, right? I don't identify with those people, those goddesses. But they're so knowledgeable, the clear people. And what I love about the clear people is that they love to teach their knowledge, right? But because I am activated on the black side, right? I'm starting to look at things differently now. I'm like, I love that you know these things for you and your people to teach. That's amazing. But what about me? What about my color? What about my peoples, right? And because I'm learning about my own kind, my own deities that I was forced to forget because it was of the devil. Um, and I'm learning and I'm hungry because I'm activated. And I'm learning through Priestess Iyalode Ifesheye. That I look at other people's channels now and I'm like, I'm not here anywhere. My color is not here anywhere. I need my color to be shown somewhere. I swear, if somebody would just take one, like Moon in Libra, she put Aphrodite. If she would have put OSHUN, I would have been like, bet, she's activated too. But everyone's not understanding from the black side. So that means I have to be from the black side. So I said, so I pointed out in this particular post, I was like, my black goddess would be Oya for Leo. But you all don't do black ones. Why? Right? And a little girl says here, I call them all little girls, if you're not of my age, you're a little girl. Okay? You could be 50. And I'll be like, so this little girl said, this young lady said, Tracey Brown, thank you. Oh, no, she puts first. So she responds to me directly and she goes, Tracey Brown, how can I find this out? I'm actually trying to find out who I am the daughter of. Now, the way that she posed the question, right away, I know she's asking about Orishas, right? So I'm still very careful, right? So I go, I would say, look up all the Latin version Orishas stories, and you will feel it in your heart. So this morning she says, thank you. I'm trying to teach myself of the Orishas now. My family practices, but they refuse to teach me. And that happens a lot in families, right? Don't ask me why. I can't even get into why, but it does happen a lot. So that's when I said, oh no, we will have a class on February 19th. It will be about OSHUN. Come join us as my guest. I'll pay for her. I'll just pay for her. But I'm telling her it'll be as my guest. Come join us as my guest. It's the Yoruba tradition on Orishas. DM me for all the information. It will be on Zoom from Priestess Iyalode Ifasheye at orinaturals.com. So, and another girl, black girl, she says, where's YEMAYA? Right? So we want to know our peoples now. We got to know our peoples now. No, no. And so I had another exchange. Let me see it. Let me see. Oh, I don't even want to talk about him, weirdo. So I had another exchange with a person who makes body oils, right? And she put, Taurus is moon yellow and Gemini is stardust, right? And Cancer is new moon, new me. And Leo, she put let's roll Barbie. Virgo is celestial something. And I was like, let's go Barbie. Aries is dragon's blood, metaphysical. Taurus is moon mellow, metaphysical. Gemini is stardust, right? Cancer is new moon, new me. Leo is let's roll Barbie. Virgo is celestial snow. Let's go Barbie. So so I put Leo is let's roll Barbie. You must not be selling to black women, child. And I just let it go, right? I'm not trying to argue. I am. I'm always arguing, clearly. I argue and scream at you guys. So, right? It's my personality, people. It's my personality. Is that a song? A children's song about personality? What? Personality talk, personality. I gotta play that song, personality. Oh, by the way, somebody sent me, ITEA sent me Luther Vandross, The Power of Love. Hear it in my head right now. All right. So I put, let's roll Barbie. You must not be selling to black folks, right? And then somebody else put, which was a great point. Somebody else put, not black, meaning she's not black. And she goes, but I'm a Leo. And I agree. Let's go Barbie. Not all of us are girly girls. And I'm not a girly girl. I'm a hell of a woman, but don't label me a girly girl. I'm not sure how Leos would be with let's go Barbie, right? So then someone goes, then I don't see where but then she responded to me. It was so funny, her response. I guess she must have taken it away. And then she goes, oh, well, Tracy, it always needs to be about, your race or black. It always needs to be about that, right? Be careful with me because I have an answer for you always. I have an answer for you, Judge. I have an answer for you, teacher. I have an answer for you, Karen. I've got an answer always. On ready. right? Okay, so she says, hello. So she says, oh, it's always got to be about black and about race and da 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 da. And I was like, yes, damn. We have never been associated with Barbie. How many of you all grew up with Barbie dolls? We have never been associated with Barbie. Blonde hair Barbie? Are you kidding me? No. That means you are not thinking about all people of color. My products are named for all, and you are missing out on black dollars. But go ahead, boo boo, do you? But that is why buy black is a whole thing now. Hashtag follow black is a whole thing now. You people you never think about us. So thank you for nothing. Carry on, Karen. Oh, I mean Barbie. And she deleted herself because it's not here anymore. Right. Right. I always got to answer. On my blackness, activated. I stand on blackness. I stand on it. We didn't even have a voice on blackness. Well, we did actually. It was Black Panther, and it was they killed them. Tupac's mom had to go to Cuba, or the auntie. The auntie had to go to Cuba. I exercised my First Amendment right to speak. It's my First Amendment right to speak, and I speak on the topic I want to speak on. So last night, let me see something else. Something else happened. It was so funny. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can find her post. By the way, I love Ebony K. Williams, right? Ebony K. Williams. She was also the next. Oh, he's not here. Where did I see it? Oh, here it is. Ebony K. Williams is my idol for 100% blackness. I freaking love it. You guys know Ebony K. Williams? She was the first black housewife on Real Housewives of New York, and she shook that shit up. She walked in elegant. She walked in classy. She walked in educated, as most of them are, right? What she discovered was racism. Especially if people that don't even recognize that they identify with racism. Those are the ones to be scared of. When you don't even know you're racist. Weird, right? So, Ebony K. Williams she's on Newsweek, and it's titled My Turn. And she says, I refuse to be the black sidekick on Real Housewives of New York. Fix that crown, sweetie. Fix the crown. And if no one fixes it for you, Ebony's fixing her own crown. Hold on. But y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. Y'all don't get it. If nobody puts the crown on for you, you put on your own damn crown. Yep. So, buy yourselves a crown, people. I got this crown because this was a gift from Priestess Iyalode Ifeshe. for my birthday. I got another crown. Hold on. I have a goddess crown that I brought myself, but it came too late for my birthday, right? So I haven't opened it yet. And let me tell you something. Where's my phone? I come from peoples that believe in their crown. My grandbaby? Why is this here? Oh, I remember. My grandbaby? Look at her. I actually stole it from her. I stole the look from her because I can. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. You gotta love this kid. This is my grandbaby with her crown on. And then I brought my own. How cute is she? With her crown. Like, no, we come from a family of activation. Spiritual, metaphysical activation. How pretty is this? Thank you. Fix that crown, Ebony. And but Ebony's already fixing her crown. You ain't gotta tell Ebony fixing it. Ebony is like okay, so somebody put I hope she doesn't get mad at me. I'm saying Ebony, I hope she doesn't get mad because I will argue people down. So oh, she took her answer. Did she take her answer down? Oh, she took her answer down. Well, there you go. All right. It is what it is. So then I responded to Ebony's post and I said, let me tell you something. You prevented a whole reunion by calling out the racism on that show. As long as it was white, you didn't notice the racism. I said, and to this day, they cannot get that show back on the air. These women didn't even know. The women on Real Housewives of New York didn't even know that they could fight for their rights and their contracts. You woke them up. And yet they are still powerless. They never had to fight before for themselves. So you are the most memorable, along with some others. Each franchise, there's a one. You are New York City's. Bethany who? But somebody said something, and it's not here anymore. So I'm just trying to see if I can find what she said. Black girl. Because you know how Blackness don't stay together, right? That's why those cops took down Tyree, right? It's not here. Maybe it was better for her to erase it. So somebody says on this post, because I answered her first before I gave my answer, I think DJ Sky Ritchie's in love with Ebony K. Williams. It's between you and us. I think he is. She starts to glow. He gets all giggly. He's like, I be watching you, DJ Sky Ritchie. You're in love with Ebony. I see it. All right. Okay, so she took it down. So a young black girl said, and to Ebony, yeah, you always make it about black. Oh, first of all, Ebony said, and why not? Right? And then she goes, and you know why now, right? That's what Ebony said. So I went on the girl's post, and she had the nerve to have a Black Panther like picture, afro, the parades with people behind her. I came back on. I was like, she makes it about black, and you got a Black Panther profile picture? I slammed her, but I guess she took her response off. I don't even know what I said to her. But okay. Okay. If you can't fight in a big girls game, young lady, get the fuck out. It's a big girls game. We're activated. We don't pretend. That's what I said to her. I said something about you pretending. If you pretending, get out. We don't pretend over here. We do. We are. We is. I am. I am. All right. Hi, Day Change. Hi, Ash. Morning from Detroit. What? Ken, that's a beautiful crown. Thank you. It was a very sweet gesture. And this particular birthday, it meant so much to me. I'm going to cry now, but I don't want to cry. Because I was turning the age of Bruno that we talk about, that we don't talk about. My son is not talking to me. And I knew this birthday, I came to the Caribbean with no one wishing me safe travels, right? I love you, no one, right? And so, I talk about this all the time. We had an argument in November and they shut me down, blocked me, shut me down, whatever, right? And so here my birthday is, right? And I already knew. I was like, it's not gonna happen. Nobody from the family's gonna wish me happy birthday. And so I just resigned to the fact that that's okay. I was like, no one person makes or break me. Not even my own child, right? And by the way, the argument came because they got COVID. And I asked you all to pray for them. And apparently that was not the right thing to do. But it's not like they communicate effectively anyway. So I just panicked. And I was like, pray for you all, right? It doesn't really matter. It's just a way of controlling people. This is their way of controlling how I need to be in order to be with them or be with my grandkids. Like, I understand narcissism. I get it. And so when it showed up in full force, I was like, oh, you guys are messing with the wrong person. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I deal with psychologically damaged people all the time. So when it shows up, I know what it is. And so we didn't talk. They didn't wish me well. And then my son texted me in November, a beautiful, long text message. And he's like, oh, Mom, we need to get the family back together. And I was like, oh. Oh, this is an odd message. Because at the time, I didn't really understand why they weren't talking to me. I was too busy moving. I figured it might have been from COVID, but I really wasn't sure what it was. And then when I got here, I realized, I was like, wait a minute. They didn't wish me happy travels. I was like, they're really mad at me. And then I thought, you know what? I'm exhausted. I've moved. It's a lot. They'll call me when they're ready, right? I didn't worry. I was like, they will call me when they're ready. I'm too tired. And then November came. I moved in September. November came. And my son sends me this beautiful text message, just glowing with bullshit, right? Just, oh, love you. And I was like, oh, okay. And before I got to the end of the message, I said to God, I said, please don't let him ask for money. Because the financial support that I've given my son, his wife, who I'm not sure she understood how much financial support I've handed over. I think my son kept it a secret from her. A lot of financial support. And I said, God, please don't let him ask me for money. And at the end of the text, he puts, can I borrow $700? And I thought, wow. So this text message of repairing the family and etc. wasn't what it was. It was what it was for money. So I texted him back and I said, I live alone in the Caribbean now. And no, I don't have it. I live alone. I live alone. I'm surviving now, right? And I said, how dare you send me a text message asking for money? How dare you? I've said to them over and over and over again, if there is a problem, do not text me. They text me COVID. So when they text me COVID, there was no feedback. And so immediately I panicked and told the world COVID. But if they had called me and said, Mom, we all have COVID, we would have had a verbal exchange like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? What's happening? Da, da, da. That's not what happened. They texted to me. And I remember it was very dark in my house and I didn't move for an hour. I was like this. Because I was trying to get messages from spirit. I was trying to see if they were going to be okay. So I just went numb. And I remember I just sat there. I didn't know what to do. And I just sat there. They don't know any of this, right? And so when I finally came through, I was like, prayer. Prayer's the only thing that's going to work. And so that's when I put out the message for you guys to help pray for my children because they all got COVID. And so I text them and I said, don't worry, I'm on it. I told everyone, don't worry, I'm on it, is what I told them. They said, what? And I said, what? Right away I knew. I was like, what? They was like, what? I said, what? And they were like, you told everyone? I was like, well, this is all in text message, right? We're not talking yet. No one's like calling me, right? It's all in text. They're like, you told everyone? I could tell in their tone. And I was like, it was already done, right? And I go, yeah. And they go, we didn't want anyone to know. And I was like, oh, well, it's too late. Funny thing is, they never asked me to take it down. So I found that interesting, right? They never said, take it down, Tracy, right? Because I wouldn't have. But it's because like that weekend, they stopped talking to me. And that weekend was like August 18th, but I didn't know it. So I'm texting them every remedy I could conjure up. I noticed they weren't responding, but I was like, it's okay. They're recovering from COVID. God knows what's happening. So I just kept texting them. And a week goes by and I realize they're not talking to me. So I put through another text just to make sure. And the text was simple. Are you guys okay? No answer. So I text his wife's auntie and I said, what's going on with the kids? Have they shut down? Are they okay? It just looks like they're not talking to me. And she goes, and by this time I'm like, they have COVID. And she goes, because now I don't care. And oh, there was something in the exchange message I found out later that Jay was upset about. Something about, oh, I put out a laughing emoji somewhere in a text message. And I put out a laughing emoji. And I'm like, you guys are upset over the wrong things right now. And I put out a laughing emoji. And I was like, you guys need to go heal. Anger is not going to work during COVID. Go heal. And all this can get addressed later. But I didn't say that. I put out a laughing emoji. And I was like, guys, heal. Just go heal. You're too much. Right? She didn't like the laughing emoji. Fuck out of here. In any case, I talked to the auntie. And she's like, Tracy, I just found out too. And I was like, you don't find that weird? You don't find that weird. They're suffering from COVID that you could literally die from. All right. Cut to November. They're not talking to me. I recognize it for what it is. I come over here. No family members wishing me, except my sister, but she didn't know I was leaving, right? But I love my sister, right? Okay. So I get over here, and all of a sudden I wasn't bothered. I'm like, they have their own life. I don't have time for the bullshit, right? And I have to reinvent my life, right? And then my son texts me in November with this glowing, "Oh, mom, I love you, blah, 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 blah. We got to repair the family." I was like, "Oh, we do? We have to repair the family?" When I'm not even sure what was the tear. But I don't say that, right? And at the end of the text message, I was like, "Please, God, please don't let him ask me for money." And he says, "Can I borrow $700?" So I tell him, no, absolutely not. No. And then I added, and I said to you, if you have something important to say to me, you better call me. So he goes to call me, right? And everyone knows, including him, because we've talked about this over and over again, when my son calls, reading stop. Period. I stop the reading, put them on pause, pick up the phone for my baby, right? I've done this all his life. He called me. I'm in a reading. And I finished my readings before I called him back. When I called him back, he didn't pick up. And I was like, oh, this isn't going to go well. I already knew it. When he didn't pick up, I was like, this isn't going to go well. So I go to call him. And he goes, whatever, whatever. And I slammed him. I slammed him every which way. I have never told my son what I thought of him, ever. And I slammed him every which way that I could slam my own child. Selfish, inconsiderate, sneaky, liar. I slammed him because he deserved it. Because he wasn't operating well. And when you're not operating well, somebody has to tell you you're operating out two sides of your face. And so the wife gets on the phone. Oh my God, why did the wife get on? Wife gets on the phone and she goes, Tracy, you and Brian have a problem. I was like, do we really? Do we really? And so I slammed her too. And I said to her, I said, this wouldn't even be a problem if he would have just called and said, hello, how are you? Are you okay? That's not what he did. He called to borrow money from me. And then she goes, he didn't do that. Like, oh my God, do these people know each other? And I was like, listen to me. He called to borrow money from me. And she goes, he would not do that. I'm like, when do you know mothers that actually lie on their children? For no reason. This is no reason at all. Right? So I sent her the text message. I was like, here's the text message. The glowing text message. And at the end it says, can I borrow money? I'm telling you this whole story because I had to slam two people. Her and him. And once you got on the phone, all bets were off. Once you got on the phone to protect that boy of yours, all bets are off. So I slammed her too. And I've been observing her for 3 years. And so I knew her personality. And I said to her, fix this, whatever it was. I said, fix it. So I knew once I called her out her skin, it was going to be a problem. All right. So then rolls around my birthday, and I know they're not going to wish me happy birthday. They're mad at me. But my group mates, they just saved the day. Sky gathered up everyone, and collected monies, hmm and help me buy a TV. Ifasheye gave me this beautiful crown. Everybody had my address, right? But I didn't know why everybody had my address. All these cards came through. All these cards came through, one after another. This card, this card, this card, this. I have another one here, but I don't know where it came from. Bless your heart for being so nice. Oh, Magic Mermaid. I'm gonna put this in here too. What is this? Oh, I need this just in case. All these cards started coming through, and I was like, I didn't even open them. And then the night of my birthday, I was like, oh, I got a card from so and so. Not forgetting that it's my birthday, right? And then, not like it, like my crown fixed. And then the night of my birthday at midnight, I get all these text messages, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I was like, oh, look at everybody, because we all do that in the group. We're like, oh, happy birthday. And then Sky goes, look at your Cash App. I was like, huh? Sky goes, look at your Cash App. There was so much money in my Cash App for my Bruno age birthday, where my children did not say, how you doing, Mom? Happy birthday. And money doesn't take care of everything, but it'll fix a lot. Guy's been trying to get me to buy a TV for the longest. So I brought a TV. I didn't buy a big enough size. This guy was like, get the biggest size you can with the money. But I didn't. I had a lot of money left over. And I was like, I'm going to buy my kitchen table. I bought the nicest. I don't think I've ever shown you guys the kitchen table. You see it in a video. You see it. This kitchen table is the jam.com. Beautiful. So I'm telling you the whole story. Why? Because of the crown and fix your crown and ebony, and how I'm activated on black love, black hair, orishas, how it's important to get re-involved, right? And this isn't black power anymore. It's not that. It's like I'm black. I'm not fighting you for anyone to remember that I'm black. I just am. I am black. And all I know is black. And if you're Puerto Rican, you're the first one to call out Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. If you're Italian, you're the first one to call out Italian. If you're Irish, but I can't call out black. Oh, I'm black. So when Ebony K. Williams says, I refuse to be the black sidekick on Real Housewives of New York, I get it, sweetie. I get it. She also adds, my entire adult life, different people, black and white alike, have asked me, why so much race talk, Ebony? Why is it always about blackness? And my response has always been that in most of the spaces I've occupied, from law to politics to pageantry to reality television, it has been utterly apparent to me that blackness is the single most misunderstood experience in America. You'll never understand my blackness. Never. And I'm not asking you to, right? That's not where we're going with this, right? I soon noticed that other online feedback seemed to mirror these criticisms. Viewers as wanted to see me as the first Real Housewives of New York Black housewife, engaging in the standard reality TV C-list shenanigans, hair pulling, salad tossing, wine throwing, cussing out. Well, I was simply not there for that. I was determined to take up space in a way that felt right for me. I respect that. I understand it. I think my time on Real Housewives of New York eventually went past disruption and became an active protest. Ultimately, my contract was not renewed for the next season of Real Housewives of New York, but I believe I was the most impactful one season housewife in Bravo history. I am proud of my actions. I'm proud of you too, Ebony. And this is how Ebony looks. I love her. She's amazing, guys. I mean, amazing. Okay, so just so you guys know, she has her own TV show and she will be on, they're filming right now. She will be on a show, Equal Justice by Ebony K. Williams. I'm proud of you, Ebony. And so I'm telling you this whole story because the young lady said nobody wants to talk in her family about, Orishas, but we have to talk about the Orishas. We have to talk Blackness. We have to get back there. And so I'll pay for her to get her activated. It's our inheritance. The crown is our inheritance. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Hi. Good morning, Queen. Thank you. Good morning. Michelle, Florida. Amen. Amen. I don't know which part you said amen to, but I hear amen. Thank you for the flowers, Juanita. I know. Ash goes, that boy of yours. I know. I was watching Bel-Air, which is on Peacock right now. The whole time I was watching this badass boy on Bel-Air, I was like, that's my child. That is describing my child to a T. Problematic, in school especially. Judas Pumpkin Pie, charming, bad. That's a lethal combination. And always tricking people. When people meet him, they love him. Some people have questioned if he was my child. Seriously. Because he's that charming. Yet I have principles that are like, he's a problem. And I was like, I know. Mhm. He's also an actor, so I see why acting was good for him. He acts his way his whole life with people. It's ridiculous. All right. Thank you, CW. Tracy, you're glowing and glowing. All right, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go to chiropractor. I am coming straight home today after chiropractor. I mean, I gotta go to the post office. Oh no. I gotta go to the post office, but I am coming straight home. So if anybody wants a reading with me, I will be available today. 213-458-7408. Okay? I will be available. Charm, Lottie goes, charm and acting good combining. Very charming. He is. He's simply, oh, I was wondering where that thing was. Very charming. Very, very charming. Very good looking, very charming, and uses it all to his advantage. It's my child. That's your child? Yeah, that's my child. Yeah. Hi, Anissa. Everybody's putting the crown emoji. You guys are adorable. All right, guys. I am available for you. Oh, Miss J. Florida. She should have stayed in her place. I was actually very disappointed when she got on the phone. I was like, Lord, now I have to. I was like, now I have to annihilate her. She should have stayed in her place. One of the saddest moments in my life was to watch someone who doesn't know me step up to protect him. And to be honest with you, she doesn't know him. Just because you're married to somebody don't mean you know them. But you know who does know them? The mother. I was like, all right, sweetie. That's how we gonna roll. Then you both get slammed. What can you do? Thank you, Mrs. Shea, Florida. Thank you. But yeah, she should have stayed in her place. So sad. I love Tony. You have a paradise experience, Tracy, sweetheart. I know I'm gonna go visit Tony soon. All right. I love you guys. It's that time. Gotta go get that bus to go to chiropractor. I'm coming straight home for chiropractor. Normally I don't, guys. Normally Wednesdays I treat myself to lunch, and I'm not doing that. I am going to get some sushi because I believe in treating myself to lunch anyway, but I'm bringing it home. It's winter right now, so it's a little more chilly. And so when you go to the beach, it's too chilly. I'll bring a sweater anyway, but when you go to the beach, it's good for everyone that's coming here, but not for me. I love you. See the new comments before I go? Facts. Safe travels. Thank you, sweetie. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Text me now. 213-458-7408. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.